Okay, what's up, boys and girls? Welcome to today's new video. In today's new video, we're gonna be creating our ideal transfer market for FC Barcelona for the season 2025-2026. So make sure you guys down below comment who do you think Barcelona should sign, who do you think should stay, who do you think should go, because we're gonna be making a brief resume on that because I think some guys need to leave, some positions need to be strengthened, and that's it. So make sure you guys let me know what you think of all that down in the comments, and make sure you like. I appreciate the support. We are all here talking only about football, yeah, because we all love that sport. So let's get right into it. So let's start into it. So first thing first, goalkeeper. We have Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia, our first choice. Personally, for me, Joan Garcia is not my first choice. For me personally, but he has already signed at the club, so I can't ignore it. I can't make like, oh, he has not signed yet. He has not signed yet. He has already signed for the club, and from what the stats are telling us, like he was one of the best goalies in Europe and also the best goalie in La Liga last season with something like 83%, more than 80% saves. So that's really impressive. I think he has the highest percentage saves in the top five leagues. So that's really impressive. But my first choice personally was this guy. I think so many of you might know him. My first choice was Lucas Chevalier. Lucas Chevalier was my first choice as a goalie that Barcelona should sign. Very, very good on his line, bro. All what you ask from a goalkeeper, very good on his line. I don't care about a goalkeeper who's good on the ball. I don't care about it. As you're paid to make saves, you're not paid to make passes, break lines, bro. I don't care about that. So this is my first save. This is my first pick, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna put back Juan Garcia because he has already signed. He's already a player. He's gonna start, and I'm really grateful that finally, after 10 years, that Ter Stergen is at the club. Finally, he has some competition. They brought him some competition because I think that one of the major downfalls of Ter Stegen is because he never had competition. He never had competition. Like he was so comfortable inside his goal, inside his post. Like he thought that, oh, no matter what I'll do, I don't have competition, so they'll always have to put me all the time, all the time, all the time. So, but hey, it's too late, man. Like you had 10 years to wake up. You had 10 years to wake up. I know it's too late. Out. Move out. Okay, so as second option, I would have said Inaki. Second option, I would have said Inaki as a goalie, but it seems like Chesney is gonna sign a new contract till 2027. So I'll put back Chesney. But hey, Chesney, honestly, shout out to Chesney for the season, for saving our season, because I don't know where we would have been without him because he literally saved us against Benfica in the Champions League where we had a red card. Chesney saved our game like crazy saves against Dortmund, the second leg where we almost fumbled again, and Chesney pulled out some really good saves. So honestly, shout out to Chesney for making all those saves and stuff, and have him as second option because he doesn't mind being a second option. He said, bro, he has always dreamed of playing at Barcelona. So Chesney's second option is okay. So as our right back, we have Kunde. Kunde as our right back. We already know doesn't move. But as our second option, I think this is a position that we definitely need to buy. And for my second option, I'll go with Vanderson. Anderson as our second option. Vanderson, for those who don't watch, like who hasn't watched some Monaco games, Vanderson is a really, really good right back who is good defensively too. He's decent defensively. So that's okay. Because for me, when I'm choosing a right back or whatsoever, bro, you need to know how to defend. Because I'm not gonna take a player that only knows how to attack, but he doesn't know how to defend. There is no need. So Vanderson is good defensively, so that's why I took him. So Vanderson, and he's not even that cheap, and he's not even that expensive. Sorry. So Vanderson, say 20 million market value. So Vanderson is a very good option. Uh, as our right center back, he doesn't move. Paul Kubarsi, Paul Kubarsi as a right center back, and his bench option is gonna be Eric Garcia. Yeah, it's gonna be Eric Garcia or his second option. And on the left side, I'll still go with Inigo. I'll still go with Inigo for as our left center back. Honestly, I'm kind of scared a little bit concerning Inigo because Inigo he's coming out from the best season of his career. Like he literally had the best season of his career, and he's 34. So my question is, can he do it again? Can he do it for a second time consecutively? Can he do it? That's my concern right now. Can Inigo do it? That is really what we are gonna see, but we are not in a position to sign another center back because I have a particular preference for Bastoni. I have a particular preference for Bastoni as my left center back, but Bastoni is too expensive. I think Bastoni. How much is Bastoni? How much is Bastoni? Bastoni is 80. He has a market value of 80 mil. Like, yo, Bastoni is crazy expensive. I think Inter is gonna ask at least 100 mil, and we can spend 100 mil on the defender. So that's why we have to go with Inigo. But hey, we are just gonna hope he does it back again. So that's my main concern concerning it. And Christensen. I have Christensen as a backup. It's true that Christensen missed the entire season, but hey, Christensen, honestly, we need to give him a second chance because the system that Flick wants to play, demands like it requires like very very smart center backs. It requires very smart center backs, and when it comes to being smart, I don't think there is another smart center back like Christensen because Christensen is very very smart. And here, as you guys can see, I don't have Araujo because Araujo, honestly, Araujo he doesn't have his place here. He doesn't have his place here, especially with the style of play that we ask from our center backs because the system of Flick system demands a lot from his center backs. Like it demands a lot. It demands, how can I say, complete center backs if we can say it. And Araujo is not that type of guy. He knows how to defend, if we can say it. He knows how to defend, but not smartly. And also he's not good on the ball. So that's why I don't have Araujo here. But don't misunderstand me. Araujo is a very good defender, but he's only going to be good in teams that ask him to defend all the time. If you take Araujo to Inter, oh my god, Araujo will be so comfortable because they won't ask him to do crazy stuff. If you understand what I mean. They won't ask him to do crazy stuff because he will all he will do is, oh, I know that I'll be my low block. I'll be sitting in front of my defense. Only when the ball comes, all you have to defend. That's all. But where we demand you to be smart, make right choices with the ball, nah, that ain't for him, man. And since that PSG game where he had a red card, oh my god, he has become only worse. So Araujo for me, sell him 60 mil. That's it. So left back, well, Balde, yeah, starting, no doubt about it. And second option, we go with Gerard Martin. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy giving a second chance to Gerard Martin, but hey, sometimes in life we're gonna give second chances to people. We're gonna give second chances to people because Gerard Martin, that was his first season. Like that was his first time seeing what, oh, is that what professional football is? That was his first time seeing it. Not everybody is a generational talent like Kubarsi, Balde, and stuff. That, oh, when you come immediately under the pressure, you perform very well. So I'll give Jean Martin a second chance. He knows what are the expectations. He knows what it is to play a high stake game. He was there during the second leg against Inter. He knew, he felt the adrenaline. Like he knows what it means, so it's okay. So he's getting used to it. So I give him a second chance. I give him a second chance, man. So now this is our defense. This is our goalkeeper. I think nothing has changed from the defense. Still the same starting lineup. So here now midfield, we already know our midfield. We have Pedri and we have Frankie. We have Frankie. Yeah, we have Pedri and we have Frankie. But hey, I'll say this to Frankie De Jong. I know there are a lot of Frankie De Jong fans out here. I know, but Frankie, he only has 1 year left on his contract, and at one point I was on the Frankie's. I was saying, Frankie, bro, Frankie needs to leave the club. Like it's like he doesn't care because when it's time to defend, Frankie doesn't defend anymore. He doesn't put like the defensive work rate like other players do. He feels nonchalant on the field. When we ask him to defend, he's like, "Oh, do it for me, do it for me." But hey, right now, the last 3 months, he came back with a good mindset that, oh, I'm the club captain, so I have to lead by example. And we saw a very aggressive Frankie, a Frankie that was recovering a lot of balls. So as long as he does that, I have no problem with him. But if he doesn't do the job, I got someone who can do the job. Hey, Casado, honestly, Casado was my second favorite player of the season. Casado was my second favorite player of the season because he gave, he brought what we lacked in that midfield. We lacked someone who was aggressive. It's true that, oh, he might not be 6 foot like the others. He might be 5'5" or 5'6". I don't know what, but hey, he does the job. He does the job. He doesn't care how tall you are. He does the job, and that's what I like. So if Frankie doesn't want to do the job, Casado is doing it. So now we are backup for Gavi, for Pedri. We have Gavi. Please, Hansi Flick, please. I'm begging Flick never to play Gavi in an advanced role again. Never, never. The only time Gavi can play, if it's not in a 4-3-3, Gavi shouldn't play again in an advanced role. Because Gavi playing as a team, oh my god, it's a horror. Like, yo, you can't even watch the game. I'm telling you, can't even watch the game. As a Mike Ham, I have Rafinha, I know, I know. Calm down. I know so many people are saying, "Where's Olmo? Where's Olmo? Where's Olmo?" Calm down. So that's my calm. I have Rafinha. Now, as my left winger, since we know that he wants to come and we are gonna sign him, so I have Nico Williams. But for me, and only for me, I don't know for people, Nico Williams is not my first choice. Not my first choice. My first choice is Rashford. Yo, you don't know. Rashford is the type of player that brings me joy. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Rashford brings me joy. It's true that he has been having a tough period like this time. He has been having a tough period at Manchester United and stuff. But hey, trust me when I tell you that if you give confidence to this guy, if you give confidence to Rashford, Rashford is going to give you 100% more than the confidence you give him. It's like you're going to give $100 to someone and he comes and he gives you $10,000. That is what Rashford is going to do for you. And trust me, he's going to give it back. He's going to give it back because we saw what Rashford can do when you give him confidence. I'll never forget when Ten Hag came his first season, he gave Rashford the confidence that Rashford needed. He gave it to him. And we saw a totally different Rashford. Like, we saw a totally different Rashford. Rashford was on fire. Like, he was literally on rampage. Every single team that Rashford faced, hell. He was bringing hell to every single one of them. And at one point, he was even the best player in the world. So, yo, also one thing, Rashford can bring you goals too. Rashford can bring you goals. I know that there's gonna be a lot of debate about it, but Rashford can bring you the output too. We had Rafinha who brought us 35 goals. Rashford can bring us more. I'm not even capping. Rashford can bring us more than the 35 goals. He can even bring 40 plus. Bro, trust me, trust me. Nico Williams is a winger, is a traditional winger that can eliminate his man, go 1v1. Rashford can do that too. And he can score goals. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sign this guy. Sign this guy. He needs a proper environment. Like, Flick is gonna do a very good job with him, bro. So Rashford is my number one choice. I'm talking as a Rashford fan. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, so Nico. Okay, so Nico. So Lamine on change. Lamine. Uh Lamine. So we do have finance to strike. Who we have? Olmo. Okay. 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 So now I have Olmo as a false nine. Hear me out. Olmo as a false nine is gonna be a game changer next season. Olmo as a false nine is gonna be a game changer. I promise you that if we have a fully fit Olmo, just like we had Pedri the entire season, bro, it's gonna be game changing. It's gonna be game changing, especially with Rafinha as a 10. It's gonna be game changing. Olmo as a false nine and Rafinha as a cam is gonna be game changing. Trust me. All we need is just a fully fit Olmo because this front four they can all bring goals. Lamine, I know 100% sure Lamine is gonna improve in front of the goals. He's gonna score more goals next season because his goal tally is increasing as we go. He's becoming more and more efficient. Rafinha, I hope he's gonna do the same thing like last season. He's gonna bring. Okay, Okay, he had 35. Why not go for 40 this time? So let's go. Rafinha, by the way, Rafinha, ever since Messi, Rafinha is the second player to bring this kind of input. So Rafinha, if we can bring 40, that would be nice. And now we have Nico Williams. I don't know for Nico Williams if Nico can do it. I don't know. Nico, he has never had a season with more than 10 goals. So I don't know if we can develop that killer instinct. So, and Olmo, we all know Olmo is gonna be much more involved in the final third. So for sure, Olmo is gonna bring goals, and Olmo is very efficient in front of the goals too. He's very very efficient. That one for sure. I don't even think that I've seen this guy miss in front of the poles and stuff because he's very efficient when he shoots. So, Rafinha, as a backup for Rafinha, I have Fermin Lopez. This is another guy. Like, bro, Fermin too is gonna bring a lot of goals too. Fermin too is gonna bring a lot of goals because Fermin, bro, I don't even need to explain again. Fermin, he scored more than 10 goals just by being a sub. At one point, he was just a super sub, man. Every time he enters, he scores. And big game player, too. Fermin is a big game player. Like, hey, that's one thing. So Rafinha as a backup for Lamine and Nico Williams. Nico Williams. I'm gonna put Rafinha here. Olmo, backup for Olmo. I'm gonna put Lewandowski. Lewandowski as a backup for Olmo. And that is it. So yeah, I haven't forgotten Ferran Torres. Just that I can put him. Honestly, I'll prefer Ferran Torres to prefer. So I'll prefer Ferran Torres to play as a nine for me because he's much more better playing as a nine. He has shown that he can play as a nine, and also even false nine. He has also played false nine back then in Man City, and he was really good. So yeah, so yeah, this is my starting lineup for next season. This is my starting lineup for next season. So yeah. So now let me explain why I had Rafinha and Olmo here. So wait a second. Okay, so this is it. So I have Rafinha and Olmo here. First thing first, we have like no. First thing first, we have Nico Olmo as a false nine here. We have Lamine. We have Rafinha, Pedri, De Jong, Kunde, Kovarsi, Nico, and Balde. So Nico, the difference that we're gonna have next season if we bring Nico is that we're gonna be having a traditional winger, a guy who can hold the touchline and go 1v1 against his fullback. So that's going to bring a lot of variety compared to last season that we only had Lamine to who could do it because Rafinha could not do it. And also when Balde wasn't there was nobody on the left who could do it. So if we have Nico, that's gonna be good because that's going to bring a lot more danger because guys will be like, oh, we shouldn't leave Nico and Lamine 1v1. If not, they're gonna pass. So and now, so the system of last season was we had Rafinha, we have our left winger, not even Rafinha, our left winger was the one entering in, and our left back was coming right up. So we had something like a back three here. We had a back three at the beginning, and we had something like a 3-2-5, if we can say it like that. We had a 3-2-5 with a box in the midfield, like we had four midfielders. and we had two guys on the touchline with Baldi and Lamin doing it constantly. We had Lewandowski up here. So at one point, why now also the difference is that our fullbacks were given freedom to move higher up to. We had Kunde sometimes who could come up and support Lamin whenever he wanted. He could come up and support Lamin. And Kunde was doing a really good job because it's not like we were asking much for him. We were just asking him that, oh, just bring your support. You can just come here, provide an optional pass, or you can make your run, attract a defender or something, free Lamin, or sometimes he's gonna give you the ball. So Kunde was sometimes making this run, sometimes Lamin was entering inside, and Kunde was making the run, was overlapping him. So he had a lot of varieties compared to this side that Rafinha was constantly entering from the inside to create some danger. It's not like he was staying here hugging the touchline and bringing danger. No, he wasn't doing that. He was always coming inside and creating chaos. So now this season, I see that what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be having a normal 4-2-3-1, or we might even switch sometimes from the 4-2-3-1 to a classic 4-3-3. Like we can switch to a classic 4-3-3 with two box to box midfielders in every half spaces with every wingers and stuff. So and now this is when now Danny Olmo comes in. Danny Olmo will be dropping here, and now we're gonna be having a sort of a diamond. And here is why Rafinha is gonna be interesting, because Rafinha, as Danny Olmo will be dropping deep, Rafinha could now make runs behind him if he wants to. He's gonna be making runs in behind him, and he's gonna be interchanging. I think that since Rafinha is not very good back, like under the pressure, like back from goal, he's not really good, just as Fermin, Olmo, and stuff. So I think that Olmo will be dropping. Olmo will be the guy dropping when doing the build up all the time. Will be the guy dropping, and Rafinha will be the guy on top. So we'll be having something like a false nine, like just like a little bit back then when Messi was dropping and we had in front of Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, and stuff. So we're having Pedri. Pedri will be in that classic Xavi role, coming deeper, collecting the ball, distributing with freedom to go up if he wants to. And now Nico and Lamin hugging the touchline. Now Balde's role is gonna be different. Balde will not be having the role that, oh, he constantly, like as we are moving forward, he has to go up because he has to cover for Rafinha who is entering inside and stuff. No. Now Balde could just stand in a position like this, and Kunde is going to talk inside, like always, either third center back, or Kunde could also come in slightly higher. Now, in case we give the ball to Nico, now Balde can make the run so to support him, or Nico can enter inside as Balde is drifting. Like there will be a lot of variety. It's not more going to be like predictable as we used to do. It's not more going to be predictable. Oh, we know that on the left side is gonna be someone is gonna be entering. The left back is gonna no, it's gonna change because there will be a lot of unpredictable move. Sometimes Pedro might make the run. Now Nico might enter and Balde can come in here. Like it's gonna be a lot more different. And we have Rafinha dropping deep, bro. It's not going to be predictable. I see a lot of good things if Nico comes. I see a lot of good things. So that's it. So that's why I was vouching for Rafinha to be like in that number 10. Even though I don't want us to play in a 4-2-3-1. I'll say we go back to a classic 4-3-3. That'll be nice. Classic 4-3-3. That'll be much more better. So because if we go back in a 4-3-3, we have a single pivot. We have now our back line like this. Because if we're gonna build up, we're gonna be building up like this, something like this. Now we can just play the ball here. Rafinha is gonna be dropping it, so the build up is gonna be much more easier because we're gonna be having four in the midfield. Because RFC will be playing the false nine, we're gonna be having four in the midfield, so it's gonna be much more easier with Kubarsi. Kubarsi who can find, like you give him the ball, he can find those line breaking passes no matter wherever you are. Inigo, same. Balde, he can beat the press just by making his runs, running with the ball. Pedri, we know, give him the ball, he's not going to lose it. Olmo beats the press with the first touch. Like so many things. So that's it. So let me know what you guys think down below and which other teams you want me to do. And comment what you think of the signing of Von Garcia, Nico, or whatever player you like the team to sign. So that was it for me. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll appreciate, deeply appreciate it. And thank you very much.